Oops. If I should die before you. Oh. All right. Um. Oh. Sick. Um. Okay. Here we go. First, you down there, you down there. I don't understand that quest, but I guess we are doing it. Sure. Yeah. And now, who did I give it to? Is this the wrong? No, there you go. 0.6. You should survive that, right? Oh, I guess we'll find out. Give me your mask. I should probably start training you. Yes. Wait. Yes. Alright. Now we'll just wait and let the game play. We're so close to the end. I just want it to be over. And then have to do more things to get different endings. Because that's what heroes do. Survived. Apparently, now, I haven't seen Star Wars Acolyte, but here's a topic of conversation we can have. Apparently, Star Wars Acolyte is very divided right now. You either like it. This is the division I see. You either think it's okay, or you hate it. And now, to be fair, I haven't seen anything from the show itself. I've been hearing things about the show, like how they apparently made Anakin just whatever, which is kind of like, come on, man. The sequels already made him so he's lame, and now you're making the Acolyte make him so he's even more lame. He's Anakin. Anyway, does chat care about spoilers? I don't think they do. Apparently, there is. This part I don't care about. They have there's a lesbian couple. I don't give two shits about that. I literally could not care less about anyone's sexuality in Star Wars. I do not give a shit about anyone's sexuality in Star Wars. There was that whole fiasco with the Tales from the Empire or whatever, where there was a non-binary Jedi that everybody was like, I can't believe it. It's like, who cares? God, it really doesn't matter. No, like, why is this the issue? I think the issue we should be talking about is that these two space lesbians had a Force baby. Had two Force twins. Remember how in the prequels, fucking Qui-Gon is all like, oh, hey, who's Anakin's dad? Because this guy's crazy with midichlorians. And then she's like, there was no dad. He was born of no father. He is of the Force. And they're all like, oh shit, that means this guy's the chosen one. Apparently not. Apparently anyone could just be born from the Force. That means nothing in this universe. You have two people be born from the Force, and then, yeah, yep, they're just born from the Force. Are they the chosen one? No, well, why not? Good question, because we didn't think that far ahead. It's like, I just don't like, they could have had them, and then just be like, they could have just never acknowledged anything. They could just be like, oh yeah, we have two kids. Okay, cool. It's fucking Star Wars. You could assume that they fucking did a bajillion different things. But part of the thing that made Anakin so special and so uber crazy was that he was of the Force itself. Now it's like, well then, fuck. Why have Anakin be a chosen one at all? If in the sequel trilogy he didn't kill Palpatine, he didn't bring balance to the Force because Palpatine never died, and now in the prequels he's not special for being born purely from the Force. So it's like, God, why have Anakin as a character at this point? Fucking retcon the whole fucking first two trilogies at this point. Jesus. But that's the thing, why aren't they? If they're pure beings of Force, why aren't they crazy? Why is Anakin crazy? He's the same thing. Other than the fact that they're bad at writing. What is the difference? But what do I expect from a show that is apparently taking a lot of inspiration from The Last Jedi? So, you know. We all know how that movie went. I see why Anakin was popping off on Twitter. It's just like, there's no point. Like, other than him being at this point with the writing in Star Wars, there's no point to him being the chosen one. Literally fucking anybody can be the chosen one. It didn't have to be this kid who was, you know, special. Well, he's not special anymore because guess what? Palpatine ain't dead, so he didn't do shit. Guess what? Him coming back to the light side meant fucking nothing because Luke still tried to kill Ben Solo because he was having emo thoughts. Guess what? He's special because he was born from the Force and was able to control two Force gods? Nah. Fucking there's these two random twins 100 years earlier that were also born from the Force, so like, fuck him, I guess. It's like, come on! Hasn't Christian Haydenson suffered enough? I heard the first one was bad, the second one was okay, and the third one is split. You either think it's okay or it's bad. Then again, this is all secondhand knowledge. I haven't actually watched it, just because I'm so tired of Star Wars content. I will say, the interviews they're doing with the actors is not helping them at all. They apparently are blaming the fans. Of course, it's Star Wars, so they're blaming the fans for not liking the show because they are homophobic. They said every nerd is homophobic unless they support fucking terrible writing in Star Wars. And then, you know, then you have a bunch of people coming out and they're like, we don't give a shit about characters' sexualities. What we care about is watching a good show. They also have interviews where they're like, oh, you think C-3PO is straight, bro? Oh, R2-D2 is a lesbian. He's a robot! What? Who cares? One, he's not in the show. Two, who gives a fuck? Who cares about a robot's sexuality? It's fucking R2-D2. I didn't think he had a sexuality. I don't know why they're out here being like, he's a lesbian. What? I don't understand. Acolyte, please. What are you doing? And then there's that famous scene of the guy who's like, Anakin blew up the Death Star in the first movie. And everyone's like, really? Really? Is this the level of Star Wars we're at? That people are like, yeah, in that first Death Star, it was all Anakin. You know, all him. Now that is a little baffling to have, but it's fine. They're not even a part of that. Like, the Acolyte isn't, from what I understand, isn't about that. But like, how do you not at least know the characters? Whatever, I guess that doesn't really matter because they're not, you know, touching that part of the series. But I'm still like, fine, whatever. I guess Luke just isn't a character that exists. But cool. God, it really feels like new Star Wars just completely misses the point. At the very least, this is so far to the Skywalker side. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. At least, like, at least it doesn't matter. And I saw a scene where, like, one of the characters was, like, steaming his robe, and then two other Jedi come in, and then they're just kind of stare at him, and it's, like, supposed to be this goofy moment. It's like, why? Sure, there are smarmy Jedi. You can have, there are Jedi who make quips and such, but they're not incompetent. What is this? What am I watching? What is this scene that I've stumbled across? But whatever, it's just a nitpick. Also, apparently, when they were, this is just what I've heard, when they were transporting the person that killed a Jedi in the first, like, hundreds of years or something like that, like, it was just a regular Republic transport with, like, 2 Jedi on it. Which is like, sure, paint the Republic as incompetent as much as you want, right? But like, I feel like the first Jedi to die in 100 years would cause no Jedi. It's even worse. I feel like the first Jedi to die in 100 years would cause a bigger uproar at the temple, and they'd be like, alright, we gotta handle this personally. But I guess not. I guess they just don't care. I guess it's just no biggie. See, I don't know if I'm gonna watch The Acolyte. So far, it has not done anything to make me want to watch it. Not even Lack of the Republic. Where the fuck are the Jedi? You're transporting a prisoner that has murdered a Jedi in the first time in a fucking long time, and they wouldn't fucking just have a bunch of dudes just be like, yo. They had a fucking whole clone commando squad go fucking on a basically suicide mission to go reclaim a Jedi's body so that they can give him a proper Jedi funeral. But no, I guess at the height of the Jedi power, they just didn't give a fuck. They were just like, ah, who cares? Dead Jedi. Oh well. I miss Star Wars being competent. I just don't understand. Like, I get wanting to make your, like, part of it your own. Like, but like, you can make something your own while also honoring the legacy of everything that came before it, right? Instead of fucking just shitting all over it. I know the guy from Squid Game's in it. It's Hong Se-young from the Squid Game. Hong Se-young from the Squid Game. It's Hong Se-young from the Squid Game. I've still never seen Squid Game. Everyone's like, it's so good. And then my friend watched it and he was like, it's alright. Like, you probably wouldn't like it though. I mean, you probably appreciate it from a character writing standpoint, but from an overall standpoint, you probably wouldn't like it. And I'm like, alright, fair. Okay. So the way this works, right, is return the notes, 30 seconds, use skin, okay. Okay, so we have to go grab it and then perform work and then put it back. So you will go grab it. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. Common baby. I will say I don't think they understand what made Anakin and that story special. Exactly. No, yeah, that was just a huge fucking J.J. Abrams fuck up. I don't know what that guy's plan was. And I think another thing that just rubs salt in the wound is the fact that they can't fathom the idea that maybe they're in the wrong. So instead, they always just blame the fans. It's like, come on, man. You're blaming the people who are your audience? Who are you making these shows for then? I don't understand. Oh yeah, and also during another interview, one of the actresses was like, in my world, all nerds are gay. Every single nerd is gay. It's like, okay. But what about those of us who are straight? Nope. Gay. If you are a nerd and you like Star Wars, you are gay. It's like, you know, I didn't realize we were back in the days of Xbox Live. My mistake. I'll put that back and hopefully he won't explode. Well, I was like, I like Star Wars, and then, you know, everyone was like, whoa, what are you, gay? Like, what? According to Star Wars actors, the answer is yes. Like, why would you think that's a good idea to say? I get wanting to be inclusive, but why would you go out of your way to be like, no, all Star Wars fans are gay? Fair, but I don't think we've gotten to the episodes that have been written by what's his name. What's that guy's name? That made The Last Jedi? I don't think we've gotten to the episodes written by him. I know he wrote some of those episodes. Hopefully he learned. Hopefully he learned from how negatively fucking The Last Jedi was received. Yes! Rian Johnson. He wrote some of those episodes. You didn't know that? That was announced since before the Acolyte started coming out. And then Kathleen Kennedy was like, yeah, we took a lot of heart from Rian Johnson's script, and we're just gonna stick with Rian Johnson's vision of Star Wars. And everyone's like, what are you doing? Why? Are you trying to sabotage? Is Star Wars being handled by a woman who hates Star Wars? Like, it feels like she's actively trying to go out of her way to kill the franchise. Hot take, I don't think Qui-Gon should have died. Just saying. I don't think Qui-Gon should have died. The fucking girl from Obi-Wan survived a lightsaber stabbed in the same place, and so did fucking Sabine. They both survived lightsaber stabs. And it's like, really? So then what the fuck was Qui-Gon's deal, dude? Why, just put him back there. You should have been fine. Come on, Obi-Wan. What's wrong with you? True. Like, I just don't like Sabine as a character. I didn't finish watching Rebels, but she's just lame. They take a cool Mandalorian character and then make her terrible at everything she does. Like, she's not even competent at fighting. And then here comes what's-his-face, and he's like, hey, not everyone can be a Jedi, right? There's a certain, like, threshold of force ability you need, and Sabine has less force than a fucking rock. And then here comes Qui-Gon, or whatever the fuck my favorite character from Ahsoka was. What's his name? Hulin? The robot. And he was like, hey, listen, Sabine, you're gonna make a terrible Jedi because you have less force than a youngling. But like, nah, guess what? She can use the force. What are you talking about? Bum 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 bum. Bang, bang. Okay. La la la. Got school soon, and I'm hungry. No bueno. Eat a Hot Pocket. Never had a Hot Pocket. What the hell? I thought I told you to go fucking fight this guy. What are you doing just fucking standing there, waiting for the fucking sleigh to break out? Jesus Christ. Don't fuck with no Hot Pocket? I've never had a Hot Pocket. Not because I just, like, don't like them. I just never had them. Okay. Here's where things get scary. I need 205 for the claw or the gravity gun. You, common, do that. Yeah, Ahsoka was mediocre. Which is just unfortunate. I haven't finished the last season of Bad Batch yet. I've been meaning to watch it, and then I just get distracted by stuff. Like, I watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia all over again. That show's fucking fantastic. Then I binge watched a YouTuber called The Killian Experience, and he's pretty fucking funny. I could probably watch it now, though. I've been reading manga in my spare time. I'm reading Dress Up Darling right now. Because I hate myself. I'm like, romance anime, my beloved. Okay, now we must execute Order 66. Right away, my lord. Fire. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi dies. See, someone who grew up watching the prequels and who loves them can tell you the prequels are ass. They're not good movies. Oh my god, they're terrible. Phantom Menace is just boring until you get to the bum 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 bum, and then he ignites the second side of his lightsaber. Can I talk about that as a kid when I was watching Star Wars as a child? I didn't watch it in the theaters because, you know, it was in 1999 and I wasn't born yet. But whenever my mom would go party with her friends, they'd just stick me in a room and give me burned back when you used to burn DVDs. You guys remember that? Burning DVDs? If you don't know what that is... Ooh, she got the fucking feather. To burn a DVD... Phantom Menace is nothing but actual boring politics, the majority of the movie, and only fun being the pod race. The only good part about the pod racing is the noise that some of those pods make. It's the autist in me, but I love the gong 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 gong. And I'm like, yeah. I don't know why. I really cannot tell you why, but I love that gong 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 gong. It's the best. Anyway, when I was a kid, and for anyone who doesn't know what burning a DVD means, so back in the day, before Blu-rays existed, there was a format called a DVD. It came between VHS and Blu-ray. See Bulba's Pod Racer? Hell yeah. And... ooh, we should be able to get a new cutscene for my wife. And the way to burn a DVD is you take... oh, yin! No, wait. I need yang. Do I need yin? I'll get yin. I don't know if... I can't remember if I need yin or yang. But I need one of those. Oh shit. Si Bulba. But so you take the original DVD and you take the blank DVD, you put them into a computer. Gotta be back. I gotta go move my mom's car. Apparently. I'll come back and explain how burning DVDs work. I'm back. Hello. Sorry, my mom came in and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Streaming." And she's like, "Are you gonna be streaming for a long time?" And I'm like, "Probably." She's like, "You should come move my cart." And I'm like, "Oh my god." Okay, fine. Wait, what did I get for completing that? Anyway, Burning Seed DVDs. Yeah, you take the original, you pretty much download it on the computer, and then you take the blank DVD, and then you just put the downloaded movie onto the DVD, and then you have infinite. It's the infinite movie glitch. Nothing. There's nothing. Okay. Oh. So when I was a kid, I watched what is that movie called? Phantom Menace. I was bored for most of it. Even as a kid, I didn't like Jar Jar. Oh my god, he got the mask! Fucking finally! Thank Christ. Even as a kid, I did not like Jar Jar. I was like, man, what the fuck is this guy? Get him out of my fucking epic Star Wars. Where are my guys with the lightsabers at? Because I'd been watching Clone Wars at the time, too. So it's like, I knew Jedis and shit, and I was like, come on. Where my homies? And then you see Darth Maul, and you're like, oh, hell yeah, stuff's finally gonna start. And then they have a little duel between Maul and Qui-Gon, and then Qui-Gon jumps on a ship and leaves. And I'm like, oh, you coward! And then you get to the end, and I'm like, finally, this is it. This is where everything's gonna start. And then fucking... the door opens, and then Maul's standing there, and I'm like, oh, what's he gonna do? It's 2v1. This guy's fucked. He's like, I'm like, this guy's dead. It's 2v1. Bro's gonna get clapped. And then he ignites his lightsaber, and I'm like, okay, dude, I don't know what you're trying to do here. And then he ignites the second half, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. He has two? But they're one. But they're two. What is this sorcery? And then you play the amazing bum 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 bum. And I'm like, oh my god. And then spoiler alert, Qui-Gon dies. And I'm like, no. And then I'm like, and then Obi-Wan's about to die. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna fucking die. Because I didn't understand the concept that Obi-Wan was supposed to be the same guy in the Clone Wars because they looked different. So I was like, oh my god, he's gonna fucking die. I'm like, this is at the end for this guy. And he cuts the other guy in half, and I was like, oh my god, he cut him in half. There's no way homie's coming back. And then in the Clone Wars, he came back. But we'll get to that. And then Attack of the Clones happened, and I hated that movie as a kid. As an adult, I think it's hilarious. I don't care. You can say that movie is terrible, but it is terrible in the best way. It is just dumb. The writing is terrible, and it never fails to make me laugh. It is just so fucking funny. Obi-Wan is jealous of my Jedi prowess. It's... Sorry, I was trying to find the new thing I got, but I can't see it. Anyway, it's funny. I like it a lot. I think it is hilarious. I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere. But not like here. Here's soft, warm. And not just the men, but the women and the children too. It's so bad how amazing that is. Visible confusion. Yes, that's why I'm here. And I love the cultural impact it's had on Star Wars fans too. Because there's so many videos I see where it's like, dude, when it's raining outside, I straight up feel like I'm on fucking, I'm on Kamino, about to be like, I have just landed on Kamino, I've made contact. It's so fucking fun. I'm like, true. Like, that's so true. I feel just like Obi-Wan. And then that's where you get the amazing sound effects of the fucking, the bombs from Jango Fett. Pack your things. We're leaving. We're keepers of the peace. And then he chops someone's head off. And then Yoda brings in the clones. And then we're all like, oh, hell yeah. Then you have Revenge of the Sith. That movie is a masterpiece. The writing is terrible. It's so terrible and cringy in any other context, but for some reason, it just works. It's like fucking Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Like, in other contexts, these scenes would be utterly ridiculous, but in this movie, it's amazing. It's just so much fun. Hello there, General Kenobi. You are a bold one. Ooh, I have been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku. And then they do a little fight. I love that. That scene really makes them feel like the boys. I guess 100% a line. That is a dialogue I would have with one of my friends. He's trying his best, Master. Did I say anything? And then he gives him a look. I didn't say anything. It's so fucking funny. It's so accurate. Oh, I don't think so. And then he puts his whole fucking Obusi into that fucking force throw, bro. Army or not, you must realize you are doomed. I feel like almost every line of dialogue in that movie has been memed to death. Ah, yes. The negotiator. This is where the fun begins. Like, it's just classic. Unlimited power. I need him. What have I done? It's beauty. Peak Star Wars. Like, come on, Acolyte. It's amazing. Ever heard? Ironic. Oh, and then of course the famous do it. Kill him. How did this happen? We're smarter than this. Another happy landing. It's amazing. It's awesome. And the Clone Wars show came out, and goddamn was that good for parts of it. You know, they had the parts where like Jar Jar was mistaken for a Jedi, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. Or that Jar Jar was getting all the hoes, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. Cad Bane was fucking awesome, and then they ruined him. Like, he died like such a bitch. How are you gonna die to a pacifist Boba Fett? How are you gonna make Boba Fett a fucking pacifist? You will rule with an iron fist. No, I will rule with kindness. What? The fuck are you talking about? You're Boba Fett, the badass of badasses. It was so Umbara arc is fucking amazing. There's just such a good thing. The zombie episodes were crazy as a kid. I was like, oh my fucking god. The part where Barris, that's her name, right? Barris is all like, the Jedi have grown too violent, and then Anakin lights up a second lightsaber just to fucking fight this hoe. Cease hostility! And then they don't cease hostility. Like my poor temple guard, bro. I just wanted them to cease hostility. It's so good. Like, it really made you feel for the clones, man. The 501st were the goats. I was like, let's go. And then the Bad Batch are fucking great. They're so fun. And then you had the Bad Batch series, and that was awesome. Like, parts of Star Wars can be good. Fucking... Bum ba 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 ba. 99, bro. 99. But like parts, I remember when fucking Fallen Order was announced. I remember when Fallen Order was announced and everyone was like, oh god, EA's doing another fucking Star Wars game. Can't wait to see how terrible it is like Battlefront. Oh, she murdered almost the whole department. And I remember thinking that too. I remember being like, great, can't wait to see how fucking EA butchers this shit. And then I heard it was fucking Respawn, and I was like, now hang on. Respawn does good, except for Apex Legends. Respawn does good. They made Titanfall. And I fucking love Titanfall. And then they made Titanfall 2, which was like Titanfall, but better. Somehow. They've made awesome Titanfall, just better. And then EA decided to publish it in between Call of Duty and Battlefront, or Battlefield. And it's like, why would you do that? Like, Titanfall, the first one, was already niche because, like, you know, it was a new shooter IP. And everyone's like, well, why the fuck would I play a new shooter? Blah, blah, blah. For as much as gamers want change, they also don't want change, you know? And then you take this IP that's still new, still in its fucking infancy, and then decide to release it in between, sandwiched in between two of the biggest shooter releases of the year. And then go, that was weird. Why did the game not do well? Fuck you, EA. God, that's one of the reasons Respawn had to quit on Titanfall, because EA was like, it didn't make any money. Apex is making millions of dollars, so keep making Apex. Titanfall 2 didn't make any money. They're like, oh yeah, I wonder why, dude. Oh man, that's crazy. What? It didn't make any money. What happened? Fuck you, EA. Titanfall was so fucking awesome. Yeah, the first one was also only pure multiplayer, which turned a lot of people off. Not me though. For someone who hates multiplayer, and not because I don't know, I'm just weird, and I'm like, oh, I'm afraid of people being yelling at me, and then I eventually just stopped giving a fuck. But when I was a kid, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be just like Halo. People are gonna yell at me for being 8 and playing this game. But I played it anyway, and I was actually pretty good at it. Like, Titanfall was like the only shooter I was ever actually good at. Not like amazing, because like fucking Titanfall has a fucking high-ass skill ceiling. I wasn't like those people with a fucking Kraber no-scoping people from halfway across the map while fucking wall running at 10 and Mach fucking 10. No, but I was enough to fucking top frag most of my games, and I'm like, let's go. And Titanfall 2 came out, and it's like, it's the first one, but better. And I'm like, hell yes. And then EA was like, you gotta make DLC and loot boxes. And then Respawn was like, fuck you, we don't want to do loot boxes or DLC. So Then they were like, you have to, or else we're like shutting you down. And they were like, all right, fine. And the only DLC they made was cosmetics. Everything they added post game, like the Monarch class Titan, maps, guns, were all free. And I'm like, fucking Respawn my goat, dude. Oh my god. Fucking, I'm a Respawn meat writer. Except for Apex Legends. I tried Apex Legends when it first came out, and I was like, why would anyone play this? It's Titanfall, but without everything that makes Titanfall fun. It's like, oh, do you want to have a grappling hook and wall run and fucking do the shit? Well, you can have a grappling hook, but you have to play the specific character. If not, then you don't have a grappling hook. And yeah, and then EA fucking ruined Battlefront, fucking pay to win, and then 2 years like after the game died, they went, no guys, look, it's actually good now. And then everyone was like, we don't care. Like, we'll just go play the original, it's fine. And EA was like, hang on, no, wait, look, all of it's free, and you can actually play the game. And then nobody cared. And then they pulled the plug on it back when the team was like, all right, we're gonna add a bunch of cool shit and new shit to win everyone over. And then EA was like, nah. It's almost as bad as fucking Microsoft. Fuck Microsoft, dude. What are they doing? What is Microsoft's plan as a video game company? They stopped making consoles. Microsoft, which is fair. That's fair. Nobody bought the fucking Xbox One S or whatever the fuck console they made after the Xbox One. Nobody bought it. Just like, alright, fair, because it didn't have any fucking games. Nobody bought it. So it's like, that's fine. You don't have to keep making consoles. But then they fucking do shit. Like, they bought the studio that made Hi-Fi Rush, which was an amazing game. They made Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah, and then they made Hi-Fi Rush, and then people liked it. It had no marketing. And then they shut down the entire studio. And I was like, what the what is the point of buying them, Microsoft? If you're just gonna shut them down. What is your game plan? What kind of your gaming company that just refuses to make games? What is happening? At least Bethesda's still doing alright. Like, say what you will about Fallout games. Like, I never played Fallout 76, so I don't know how bad that is. I heard it was terrible, and then it got okay. I don't know. The showcases, I really didn't see anything I really cared about. The only thing from Microsoft adjacent that I care about is fucking Doom. Oh my god, the new Doom looks fucking amazing. You're telling me he has a fucking gun that crushes skulls into shrapnel so that he can fucking blast more demons with fucking bone shards. That's fucking awesome. And I believe Mick Gordon's still doing the music because I saw a post of his that was like promoting the new Doom. I'm like, hell yeah. Oh yeah, but I don't care. I really don't care about Overwatch clones. You say hero shooter and I'm immediately like, don't care. Really don't care. God, I'm over it. God, I'm so over it. We had the fucking battle royale phase where every game had to have a battle royale mode because of Fortnite. And I'm like, dude, and PUBG, and I'm like, dude, I don't even. Like, I played PUBG once, and I was like, it's alright, it's not my game. And then I played Fortnite because all my friends played it. And then they took off team killing. And then I got bored, so I stopped playing the game. And then they added skins that were funny, so then I kept playing the game. And now, for some reason, I really don't know why they're doing this. Oh, god damn it, fucking Melting Love, are you kidding me? I don't know why, but for some reason, it feels like the new trend now is hero shooter. For some reason, everyone is like, we have to make a hero shooter. Even though Overwatch has been out for fucking years. Everyone is like, now is the time. Hero shooters shall rise again. It's like, okay. Will you survive this? Whatever, I'll just give you the AIDS. Can it not be a hero shooter though? Can it be something better? Can it be a better video game? Can it be a Titanfall 3, please? Please? Respawn? Please? Anyway, the thing that started all this is EA announced a new Star Wars game, and everyone was like, "Oh no!" But then I was like, "Hang on, it's only being published by EA. It's being developed by Respawn. It has a chance. There is an opportunity." Gamers, there is a chance that this game will be good. And then it came out, and guess what? Respawn did it. Just when everyone was fucking like, man, this game is gonna suck. Respawn came out and they were like, hey, we made a quality fucking Star Wars game. A Star Wars experience that is so far removed from all the original trilogy while doing such a fucking amazing job respecting the IP it is from. Because now you got shit like, what the fuck are the Zepho? Here's this ancient force race that has died out. They're called the Zepho, and they, like, we're learning about them, and Jedi hid holocrons, alright, in the Zepho temples. So we gotta find those holocrons. Great. But it's during the Empire era. So everyone's like, oh shit, how's he gonna murder the Empire? Nope. Fucking Darth Vader is so goddamn badass that your only course of action against him is to run for your fucking life. Bro kills an Inquisitor that you just spent a long time trying to kill. The final boss, he just fucking murks her. It's like, you failed me. Dead. Just dead. And that's like, what a Vader thing to do. It's like Deadpool when they had the fucking... when they had the Juggernaut, and the Juggernaut's like, I'm gonna rip you in half now. And the Deadpool's are like, that's such a Juggernaut thing to say. Oh my god, he gets ripped in half. And that's what it felt like. It's like, this is such a Darth Vader thing to do. And then the fucking fumbled Inquisitors of all being lame and boring, except for the one that was hot with their fucking vulture droids or whatever. Or what were they called? They weren't like probe droids. They were called something else, weren't they? Anyway. Yeah, it's like, it made all the Inquisitors fucking... It made the two Inquisitors awesome. It made them actually terrifying. Like, when I went up against the Ninth Sister, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, oh shit. This is a fucking battle. This is it. And then you go against the Second Sister, and you're like, oh my lord. And then Vader fucking... Spoilers. Vader murks her, and you're like, uh-oh. And then you're like, alright, Darth Vader, I fucking got this, bro. This is it. I got this. And then it's like, nope, you just gotta go. And then he fucking almost tears down the entire Inquisitor base. See, like, without even lifting a fucking finger. Bro's walking, and he's tearing the ground from under your feet. And you're like, oh my god. And then you get a quick time event to fucking, like, lightsaber clash with him. And it is impossible to win. You cannot win that QTE. You have to have fucking BD1 come up and fucking hack his mainframe. Just for you to not die. You don't win the fight. You just survive. And then to be fair, Cal Kestis gets stabbed in the with his own lightsaber and doesn't die. But I don't know, I just blame that more on game mechanics itself. Because, you know, Cal Kestis gets fucking shot by 30 million lights, flicking blaster bolts, and he's like, give me a stab, and he's like, alright, I'm good. Like, whatever. It was so good. And then they had the fucking, Order 66 scene, which was done so well. You're walking around, doing your training, you're like, oh, hell yeah, time to train with my master, bro. Today's the day we fucking master all these skills. And then they literally have an optional thing to do where you can high-five a clone. Where a clone is like, hell yeah, Padawan, go get him, General. You fucking got this, gamer. Give me a high five. You're like, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. And then you finish your training and your master's like, good, you might be ready for the trials. And then there's a disturbance in the force. Your master's like, uh-oh. And then you're like, what's going on? And then the fucking, he's like, we gotta get out of here. And then the fucking guys are like, bang, 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 bang. And you're like, what's happening? And your master's like, no time. We must go. And then Jaro DePaul is an absolute fucking unit. Bro almost takes out the entire fucking Venator by himself while defending his Padawan. He could have done it if Cal Kestis wasn't a bitch. That's all I'm saying. It was so awesome. And then everyone was like, we're in the golden age of Star Wars right now. Well, I don't know about that. I don't remember the timeline of when Fallen Order came out and the Star Wars movies were coming out. But then the fucking, what's it called? What is that movie called? I can't even remember what the fuck it's called. The Force Awakens. I remember it came out and everyone was like coping so hard. Everyone, after how quote unquote bad the prequel trilogy was, everyone was fucking coping so goddamn hard about the sequel trilogy. They were like, nah, dude, The Force Awakens was really good. Everyone was like, it is the best, like, Star Wars is back, it's great, oh, it's amazing, blah blah blah, this and that. Star Wars is saved. J.J. Abrams, my beloved. And then like 2 months later, everybody started to realize that it's really bad. No, the sequel movies are bad. The writing is bad and lazy, and it's really feels like they tried to write in as many reasons to bring legacy characters back for no reason. Like, oh, Han lost his fucking he lost the Millennium Falcon in a fucking whatever thing or whatever, right? Oh no. But here it is, just on Jakku. Why? Yeah, you're asking too many questions. Why do you need to know that? Who cares? It's there. That's all that matters, is that it's there. And you should feel happy. It's like, well, no. And then they're able to track the Falcon because of reasons that I can't remember, but there is a reason that they're like, oh, the Falcon has a thing that you can use to track it that does the thing. It's like, oh, okay, I guess. And then Han, instead of retiring and being, you know, the war hero he was for the fucking for the rebellion, he instead is back to being a smuggler because reasons. God damn it, she has AIDS. Oh god, we gotta fucking do this fast. Uh-oh. Oh god, okay, we gotta do this fast so that she doesn't fucking die. This is bad. This is very bad. Gonna turn into a slime monster. We don't hurry this up. And it's like, what? Well, why is he not, you know, part of the Republic? The New Republic that is helping? And then it's like, oh, but the New Republic is, like, bad. So Leia formed a resistance. Okay. What the fuck is she resisting? I don't understand. Why is it... What? Why is she not... What is happening? How are we... What it... Like, for some reason, instead of the movies being what they could have been, like, where they were... Like, the Empire in Ahsoka was probably one of the best things that Ahsoka did. They were crippled and they were weak, but they were still a force to be reckoned with. Why? Because they apparently had a competent general. I don't see it, because really, what the fuck was Thrawn doing, wasting so many fucking resources trying to fucking stop Ezra and whatever this fucking shit, when he should be focusing on just doing everything on leaving, because they'll be stuck there anyway. But until Ahsoka learns how to talk to force whales, I guess. But, like, they had a quote-unquote competent general that was good at his job and did things. And it's like, okay, they're weak, but they are still a bit scary, if you will. And then it's like, alright, cool. And then you have the sequel trilogy, where for some reason the bad guys are powerful. Because, yeah. Oh shit. Oops. I was supposed to be looking at this. Oh my god, don't die. Okay, good. And it's like, okay, cool, just end it because I don't want that person to turn into a slime. And it's like, how did we get to this point? How did they go unchecked, just going around, kidnapping kids to turn them into fucking soldiers? And then fucking, like, what is... How did the Republic just not care? Oh, shit! Is this all new? Ah, fuck. Okay, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. This is all new. And I was skipping it because I was ranting. Here's what we're gonna do. Listen! Not only that, but they transform an entire planet unnoticed into another Death Star. And also, why another Death Star? Why couldn't they do anything else? Well, because we have to pander to the fucking whatever as much as possible. But it's like, God, who gives a fucking flying fuck about this anymore? Well, we'll get to it. We'll do it. But I gotta go back and watch that cutscene because I thought it was just more Angela shit, but it wasn't. And I was like, well, I've already skipped too much. Okay, here we go. Benna, my babe, you told me to sacrifice all your body without hesitation. Would you have made the same choice if you knew that we would end up like this? If our positions were switched that day, would our fates be the same? Sorry. Every time I have a chance to make a Devil May Cry... My friends really put me on Devil May Cry. Like, those games are fucking peak. I completely skipped the second ones because my friends were like, it's not worth it. And I was like, okay. And then I played the first one in one sitting and my friends are like, you're an actual sociopath. I always ask myself that. This is No Man's Land, a place of silence. Why is the music so goddamn loud? Most employees that visit and stay here lose their minds and embrace oblivion. It has been a long while since I had a proper conversation with someone. Maybe you were confused with the idea that I'm the only resident here. The resident? Are you perhaps evil as well? I'll just come back later. I'm sorry, this is the game. We have to read it. I didn't read it. I skipped it. But there is in fact a companion of mine that passes the eternity with me. Let me introduce her to you. You created the bucket by reconstructing, dividing, and proliferating Carmen's body. You managed to extract Cogito, the so-called fluid of life and death. At first, only a small dose could be extracted. But, enigmatically, that fluid started to gush out infinitely, and now has formed a pool. Can you see her? She's watching us from underneath the spring. When everything becomes too burdening, I quietly stare into the bottom. I feel as though she and I were the only two in the world when I do so. So basically, all these Benna cutscenes, from what I can gather, is, this is a bucket. And then A goes, dear God. And Benna goes, there's more. And then A goes, no. If you want to sum it up, yes, that is what happens. I really should do stupid recaps of video games. I feel like I'd be pretty good at it. I feel as if oh, I already read that. Sometimes, I feel like she's talking to me. It feels like she's talking to me. Even though all that's left of her is just an amalgamation of flesh, brain, neurons, and unknown tentacles drifting beneath the spring. Someone injected herself with Cogito following her own principles, and someone else went mad for witnessing what happened. Okay, so that's referring to Malkuth and Yasad. Another gave his own life and fell into the state of limbo, unable to live or die. That's Netzach. And the one that couldn't persevere herself through all of this ended up confessing everything to the head. That's the stupid fucking bitch Hod. Fuck Hod. Glad she fucking hung herself, stupid whore. Hod hung herself. Bum, bum. Do you guys remember that thing? I remember that when it first started, I said it to my friends, and they were like, what the hell are you talking about? You haven't seen those videos? The one I remember was Darius, and I can't remember the character. It might have been Lux or something. I can't remember who he was talking to, but Lux was like saying something, and then Darius is just like, "Your mother hung herself," wah! And then it turns into Dunkmaster Darius, and it just goes blah blah blah. This is the collaboration of despair that you and her created. You still aren't qualified to look toward the bottom of the spring. To do so, you must look directly towards the path you travel. Do you seek redemption? Or do you seek to redeem me along with all the others that are trapped here? Whatever it is, maybe you think that saving this facility from your sin as you have planned will fix everything for you. Just think for a moment. Even you, who hasn't left this facility for such a long time. 100 hours. I have 100 hours in the game. You should be aware that people are hopelessly being killed by abnormalities in other branches, even as we speak. That's not my problem. It's not just them. All the wings have their own painful stories, repeating perpetually. In the nest, in the back streets, in the ruins, in the outskirts, a pain much greater than what you have seen here prevails in the world. I have observed everything continuously, for I didn't obsess myself with unreachable ideals to lock myself up in a cramped room like you. The world you looked up at and the one I looked down upon are that much different. You captured me alive and tortured me to your heart's content, but still were sunken in despair. I still want to know how that happened. I thought you and Gebbera killed each other and then we took your bodies and then turned you into the robots, but now you're saying we captured you alive? But you killed Gebbera. So how the fuck did we manage that? Whatever. As someone will replace me as one of the arbiters of the head, swinging their claws at people like you. Even if you were to break the cycle somehow, it would be a completely useless affair. Broken wings will outstretch anew. The brief resistance will be forgotten soon, and people will continue living for not a purpose nor a dream, but rather simply because they cannot die. You may think that you have brought me down. Yet as you can see, I'm still at the peak, looking down upon you lot while you writhe like insects. Hot! I eagerly wait for the moment you fall into despair after realizing that this cycle of pain will never end. I want to see you kneel before the might of destiny. Excuse me, I beat destiny, okay? It's over, I beat the game. Resigning yourself to fate. A little bit, yeah. Am I missing something? Go on slowly, despair, and succumb to your fate. Try to resist to the very end, and ultimately break yourself. As the last bits of your resistance melt away, we shall be the subterranean water that quietly flows underneath the earth. She was mortally wounded by Kali, but she was our only way out. It was a miracle that we captured her alive. We were too far down the road filled with remorse and regret to feel any sort of guilt. How to avoid the head's pursuit? That means to join the ranks of the wings, and the way for us, the few, to survive. It was impossible to figure those out on our own. Oh god. This is cool art. I'd have this as my wallpaper. So she was almost dead, is what I'm understanding. You know, if I had a nickel for every time a character named Kali turned out to have a fat ass and thick thighs, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't weird, but it's weird that it happened twice. She was hardly breathing, but her encephalon was still active. That was all we needed. We probed through her head like we did to Carmen. We searched for the way out. After that, we arduously gather up every single bit of those deformed pieces. Yeah, literally. The sentinel who guards the gates of hell must always be in despair. Yeah, I gathered that. Benna is out here like, "'Tis but a scratch." And then A's like, "A scratch? Your arm's off." "No, it isn't." "What's that then?" "Come on, have at thee, coward!" The sentinel who guards the gates of hell must always be in despair. Such despair that they cannot even fall into the depths of hell. Wow, okay. Great split. Depthical. What? I don't understand that. Alright, day 45. So this is where badness starts? Well, yes, because... suppression time. Oh my god, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck ass. An Arbiter awakens. Great. This is gonna be awesome. Thank you. So. Oh. Alright. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm sorry. What the fuck just happened? Who? Oh, great. She looks fucking awesome. She is Ozen. She's just Ozen. If you have not watched Made in Abyss, I highly recommend you watch season 1. And if you don't like it, at least just watch the Ozen part. Because what Ozen is she's a gilf, first off. Hang on, let me bring up a picture of Ozen, because she is hot. Like, I, like, would. And she's tall as shit. Like wood, dude. Wood. This is Ozen. Eh. Can I grab the image, please? What the fuck is happening here? Look at this. Do you see a difference? I don't. Look at that. Got the same cape thing. Anyway, Ozen's a fucking badass. Spoiler alert for Made in Abyss. But what she does is our two main characters that are kids, basically she's like, alright, listen. I'm gonna fuck you guys up. Like, I'm acting all cool and all great, but in actuality, I'm evil as fuck and I'm gonna fuck you guys up. And then she fucks them up. She has fucking cool, like, arms that are, like, made of, like, fucking, like, just a bunch of, like, eyes. I think if I remember correctly, her arms have, like, a bunch of eyes on them, and they're, like, special arms that make her, like, ridiculously strong. And then she puts on this crazy fucking armor that makes her look like a giant fucking, just, robotic samurai. Okay. And then she, oh god, and she causes meltdowns? Meltdown of gold, meltdown of dark fog, and another meltdown of gold? Oh my god! So, remember how I was like, alright chat, we're not beating Gebbera, and then we beat Gebbera? Well, I have a theory, a game theory, that this is Gebbera, except I still have to be watching out for meltdowns that she causes. I'm guessing she has More phases than Gebra. I don't think we're gonna be able to beat this, but you know, it said special thing for rabbits, so let's call the rabbits. She isn't actually an arbiter, is she? Please keep in mind that this goes against our contract. Huh. That's her contract. Guess she isn't a real arbiter after all, but she does seem to be using some singularities. What? I'm sorry, did she just fucking judgment cut? She just went scum. She's taking no damage. Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to be, oops. Oh well, we're restarting this day anyway, because this whole department got fucked. She's taking no damage. I actually don't know what it's like when some of these break out. Well. So she's an arbiter. So that means... So in terms of being an arbiter, here's what that means. That means she failed her goal of protecting the ring of Halo. Master Chief was successfully blew it up. And when she went back to the Covenant, the guys were like, hey, what the fuck, bro? You failed. And so to shame her, they turned her into the arbiter. And now they have her going to do missions that nobody else wants to go do, that are basically suicide missions in hopes of killing the arbiter. But she, you know, she's just awesome and she fucking survives. Right? That's how that works? Oh, God. So who lived? Was it these two? So how the fuck? What do you mean? That was real lore. How the fuck am I gonna do this? Oh, you see? Oh. Okay, wait. We should probably just put everyone in elevators, huh? God, this is terrible. What do I do? Okay, I'm hoping we don't need energy threshold. So that is fine melting down. That is fine melting down. That's fine melting down. That's fine melting down. She breaks out. So we're gonna need someone to go touch her. You break out. You're fine. Do you escape? You don't escape, so you're fine. You break out, I think. I don't actually know. You break out. Don't I need something special for you? Temperance level 3 or lower? Bad. Temperance. Okay, well. I mean, I want to figure it out, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of don't think we're gonna win. Okay. Well. Um. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! What is that? Okay, that was full screen. Okay, I know that guy broke out, but... Dude, this is not happening. I actually kind of want to see this guy full powered. I don't know what it is. Okay, well at least she doesn't do a lot of damage. Little, kind of. Oh my god. Oh, is this him full powered? It did black damage that time. Oh, I haven't seen Black Swan. What is that? What is happening? Oh my god. You know, um, I I don't think this is possible for me. One to 2 years ago? Yeah, well, I think this game is just gonna have to go unfinished. Which is sad because I'm so close to the end. Well, I guess we can get an ending, right? We can, what's it called? We can, well, we can get an ending if we just finish the days. I really don't think I can beat this. I have to kill her. She takes no damage. And every single unit is melting down. Like, how the fuck does anyone? What the hell? Why is it not working? Excuse me. What is this? You're melting down. Okay, we need that done. You're melting down. Not a big deal, but I guess. You're melting down, which is fine. You're melting down, which is not fine. You're melting down. God damn! It's just like if I work on it too much, he doesn't like that, right? Momentum down. Can't remember why, but if I get good on you, you do better. Excuse me, can I click on your thing? What the fuck is happening? Attachment work. Yeah, okay, that's why. Okay. Well, he already fucking broke out. Some more shit melting down now? That looks like the same amount of shit. That's not good. Where did she go? Where did she go? Oh, she's up there. And she roams around. Why'd you guys go that way? Oh, great. What is wrong with you? Why is your AI the fucking worst? Where the fuck is Binna? There she is. Oh, let's see if they can beat this guy now that he's full powered. They don't fucking just... What the fuck just happened? Oh, yeah, that's not happening. Oh, that's not happening. Okay, cool. I don't think I'm beating this. Oh yeah, Twitter made likes private. I don't know why. I don't know who was asking for that. But they made likes private. So now you can like any degenerate shit you want and no one will know. Like I said, I don't know why that was a decision they made, but it was a decision they made. Actually, can we have you guys just be here because he's gonna break out. Ooh. Does this guy escape? He does. What am I supposed to be doing with you? Decided to just view. Okay. Wait, what do you give? Hand 2. That's fine, that's fine. That one's not as fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's not. That one's not. That one's not. Why is it red? Why is it minus 10%? Oh. Is that all of them? I think so. How long do we care about, probably? Run! Did that do something to her? Oh god, the Phoenix is melting down now. I'm gonna put her right in Binna's path, but hopefully she fucking doesn't try to fight Binna. What the fuck? Excuse me, you're not... Well, he becomes stationary when we don't look at him, so... Stop looking at him. Why are you still fighting? Okay, anything else melting down? Oh. Let's get one down. Did you suppress this guy? Almost. Does that like make her weaker or something? Look like it. Cool. Stop. Okay, is anything else melting down? It does not look like it. You guys got a GTFO because she's coming? Something armor is, but that's fine. Where did she go? She disappeared? She fucking went to the shadow realm? Oh no, there she is. Oh. You guys should just leave. They're fucking dead as shit, aren't they? They survived! Okay, well, all these are melting down now, and that's fine. Amazing. Okay, wait, what else is melting down? I've done no damage to her. Well, that's melting down. Is she healing? Oh my god, I was supposed to be fucking looking at him. Well, it seemed like she was healing from something. What? Okay, the game's not responding. Let's go. Man, I can't wait to spend 4 hours on this and then not beat it. That's gonna be so awesome and fun and radical. Yes. Okay. That one's fine melting down. Dubbies. Oh god. That's all of them? I suppose we can do this, man. Why not? Did we lose anything? See, a black thing went towards Binna. But what did that do? Doesn't seem like anything changed. 2 people died somewhere, somehow. I don't know where, and I don't know why. Was it these guys? It was these guys. Well... I'm not gonna do Latita because is that her name? What is her name? Yeah, Latitia. She doesn't escape. Okay, well, you're the only one alive, so you're gonna have to. So something should be happening, but I don't know what is supposed to be happening. Ooh. Oh, she fucking launched her fucking cannon, that's why. Oh. Yes, I think she did. I don't... What happened here? Why did everybody die? Oh wait, what HP is she at? What is my damage anyway, so... Shouldn't take her HP. That guy broke out, but they're dealing with it. You look like you're gonna walk towards that way. Anything else melting down? Okay, good. I have to stare at this. I don't know what the fuck is happening in the rest of my facility. Jose died. I don't know who that is. But apparently they died. What the fuck just happened? What was that? Oh, the whole apartment's dead. That's great. Everyone's fucking dead. And I haven't even gotten to second phase. Oh my god, I forgot. Apparently the image that came out of baby Pookie Pookie is not a baby Pookie Pookie. Wow. Doesn't seem like anyone's watching. So I might as well just quit. I think this is it. This is the end of Lobotomy Corporation. I'm never fucking beating this ever. I haven't even gotten to fucking phase 2. I don't even know what phase 2 is in this situation. But then I'm not gonna want to play it again. I'm gonna beat it and then I'm gonna have to go through the whole game again just to fucking do a fight that I know I'm not gonna be able to do. It's gonna be annoying. Like, I'm so close. I feel like I might as well try to go for the ending where we get everything. Because I'm 97% done with the abnormalities. And then these are the only two I have left. And then I just do all the fixers. And then that's the game, right? And then I never have to play it again. And then we wait for the sequel to go on sale, and then we play that, and then also fucking have existential crises. What? They're making a new Foster's Home for imaginary friends? Why would they do that? So I think because I know if I beat it with whatever ending you get for beating all the days. One, I'm starting to think I won't even be able to do that. Because the days are just going to get longer, and then fixers spawn, and then there's multiple fixers that spawn at multiple times. And it's like, and then they have like their final death blast that blasts the entire fucking facility, and then half the people are going to fucking die, and then it's just going to be so cringe. Oops. The fuck was that? That's 4. Okay. What? Why did all of you die? God damn it. How did all of you die, but none of you died? How did that happen? Oh, you apparently all have level 5. When did that happen? Why do you have level... Hmm. Good. Yeah, but that stuff really does not, well, really does not matter because no one's attacking her anyway. No. I just do not have the resources to facilitate attacking her. Because of how much shit is melting down, how many people are just fucking dying. Like, look at this shit. This guy's breaking out. We're not reaching him in time. I don't even know where she is. She is. Yep, there he goes. That guy's fine though, right? If we leave him alone, he shouldn't do anything. Okay, good. And everybody died. These guys didn't get hit at all. I don't get it. Oh, these guys survived. These guys are all dead. You guys are all dead. These guys mostly survived. I don't understand it. These guys didn't get touched at all. Why? No one was injured as you. Why? That's not real. That's the... Can't be true. Nope. Oh, I guess we'll do it another day. No one's watching anyway, so kind of feels like there's no point to keep going. So I'm probably I don't know what I'm gonna do. Thought about grinding Destiny. I'm almost like done with a bunch of stuff in Destiny. I don't really want to grind Destiny. So realistically, probably just gonna lay in bed and read manga. That's probably what's gonna happen.